Good morning. It's Monday, February 22nd, 2021. My name is Terry Morgan and we are here to practice Tai Chi. This is a beginning session, fundamentals, basics. I'm using Yang style Tai Chi as a way to communicate some of the differences in particular movements, as well as how to practice. The form gives us practice methods, it gives us the foundations, it gives us the principles that we apply to the movements. Each of the major systems, Yang, Chen, Wu, Wu Hao, Wudang, Guangping Yang, all of the major family systems, as well as the traditional sets from Wudang and from others, have several things in common. The 13 postures is one of the common elements. Every Tai Chi system has the 8 directions plus the 5 elements in some version. The variations give us the flavor of whatever that other system happens to be, or whatever that system happens to be. In the case of Yang style has kind of broad, sweeping, elegant movements. Put the coffee down, let's get started. So, with these broad, sweeping movements versus tight, contained movements, which we would get in Wu style, or maybe a little more complicated movements that we might get from Chen style or from Wudang style. These kinds of things, we take it together, put the principles in place, give us a means for being self-correcting. We can check ourselves as we practice so that we can do what the form was intended to do. I'm going to beat on this just one second. The idea that doing Tai Chi is just doing whatever, and there's no real meaning to waving your hands around and doing these kinds of things that we do with bullshit. Sorry, that's bullshit. There is meaning to each movement. There are principles behind each movement. There are ways to do each movement correctly. And there are things that are not correct. Okay? Just going along and doing whatever, if it's not correct, doesn't give you any benefit. And if you're in my class and you're just doing whatever because you felt like it, you're not going to be in my class very long, because that's disrespectful to me. Yeah. So it's disrespectful to the system, it's disrespectful to everybody who's learned the system and tried to do it well. Nobody has to be perfect. You have to do everything correctly every time. That's silly. But trying matters. It really does. That effort is the foundation for your practice. It's the foundation for whatever you're going to be able to do with the art. So if you want to drive by, drop in kind of a thing, you're welcome to watch. I appreciate that you would want to watch. But I don't teach drive-by. So, that was my speech for today. Let's do a little stretch. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Relax the back, relax the shoulders, relax the waist, bend the knees, open the lower back. Pull up through the front. Drop the chest just, I don't want to stick the chest out. Drop it just a little bit. Pull the chin in. This is our standing practice. We start here. Hand circle to the front. Back to the sides. Up along the center line. And we're going to repeat this 6 times. Stretch out over the legs. Reach out. Pull up through the whole body as you reach up. And keep that feeling as you extend out over the legs. Shoulders down. Two more. And this is the last time. And continue on up, and then roll back down. Drop the elbows, fingertips down. Return to your sides. I gotta take care of something. Hang on just a second. Thank you. Apologies for that. So we want to get started with a little bit of discussion. I'm going to talk just a little bit about this standing posture. And then we're in practice the very first part of Yang style Tai, the very first part that I've taught up to single whip from Yang style Tai Chi. For our standing practice, we want to be able to return to and maintain balance. It's fundamental to what we're doing in Tai Chi. So this little bit of bend through the knees lets us engage the back of the leg here. It's just a little bit. What that does is to better support the standing posture. So if we're just looking at something that's going to create better balance, yeah, that'll work. What we want to work toward is not only better balance, but being able to use that as part of our exercise. Use that balance as we work through all of the forms in, all of the postures in the form. You can call it posture, you can call it a form. It's forms in a form, postures in a form, your choice. I'm going to get a sip of coffee, and I'm going to lose the sweater. It's been a little chilly, and I tend to feel it a little bit more these days, and sometimes, so there's that. All right. So, Yang style, let me show you. I'm going to turn around and we'll do this. Yang style Tai Chi, we're going to start out feet together, salute, balance, and open, arms up. Just watch, and down. And I'm going to turn around so you can follow me. All right? We'll just take it easy. Okay? Stand straight. Feet together. I'm going to step over here because I'm not going anywhere just yet. Stand straight, feet together. Salute. Just nice and easy. Relax through each movement. Shift right, release the left, open, arms up, and down. We talked about that having just a little bit. Okay, so if you're there, wait, I'm back. Maybe I'm back. All right. There may be, you may be looking at me staring real close into the camera. That's because I had a little technical thing. So we're going to do this again, and then I'm going to talk about what I was going to talk about. All right, let's do this again. Feet together. Stand straight. Salute. Shift right. Release the left. Open. And just a little bit of resistance. We want to, this is nice and soft this morning. The movement should not be empty. There should be substance there. Relax. Follow the pattern. Open and close. Turn. Single whip. Stay there. Alright. We're going to go on from this in just a second. I talked at the very beginning about this idea that when we're practicing Tai Chi, we're not just floating around doing whatever, and there's substance, there's form, there's method. Right? This remains true. I've judged internationally for 20 plus years. I will fault someone who is waving their hands around and doesn't have substance. It's a problem. The lightness that we want from Tai Chi, the appearance, the outward appearance that we want of being light and fluid must have substance. I'm going to do this again. Same, just a little hand movement. You see what I'm doing through what you can see from my hands. You can see part of what I'm doing from my hands. So that's what I'm showing you. Alright, so, correct. Nice, easy whiz. Nice, easy. Turning, palm, everything's relaxed. Hand opens and closes. There's no stiffness. There's no tension. There's no extra that doesn't have to be there. It's just moving along. Alright, that was correct. I'm going to do the same kind of thing again. Empty. There ain't nothing there. Not as empty as I'd like it to be. It's not as empty as I'd like it. Basically, my hand just flopping out there. It's not really connected to nothing. It's just flopping. No, that's wrong. It's a fault. Tai Chi asks us to be connected. If your movement's not connected within itself, it's not right. I don't care what system you're practicing. It's not going to be right. That interconnection through the whole body matters. Matters. It's fundamental to the art of Tai Chi. You can be the short order cook and throw your hands around and do some things and it'll be real fancy, and you could call it something but it won't be Tai Chi. Using the whole body, working with the breath, connecting the movements, and a laundry list of internal work that I'm not going to recite this morning. All of those things come together as part of the art. I'm going to pick this piece, I'm going to pick this piece, I'm going to pick this piece, I'm going to pick this piece. You've got a jigsaw puzzle with 500 pieces and you've only got 5. Maybe you want the other 495. Get 490 more and you'll only be missing 5. And it's one of my pet peeves, all right? So, we have another set that we're going to do with this, and I'm going to introduce it right now. As we move to single whip, in the first part of Yang style Tai Chi, we're going to change. Watch. We can change here. Raise your hands. White crane spreads its wings. In the second part of Yang style Tai Chi, from single whip, we turn into cloud hands. And then back to single whip. Okay? We're going to work on cloud hands right now. Let me explain just a little bit, and then I'm going to turn around. So, in the form, as well as in standing practice, we have the idea that this is Yang style. We have the idea that the circle is here. So as we come around, right? Here's my circle. Circle right here. That broad sweeping movement. Yang style uses that. It's part of the character of the form. Okay? So, from single whip, right here, turn, 1, close step, open, 2, 3. Single whip. Alright. From right here, left hand, going to turn in, right hand drops down, toes turn in, shift left, turn a little bit to the left, close the right, turn to the right, open left, use the waist, turn, close. One more time, open, and turn. Turn the right foot, reach out with the right hand, circle and open, back to single whip. Do it again. Single whip, drop the right, bring the left across, turn the left toes, turn to the left side, right side, left, right, left, right, reach out, single whip. All right. This sequence gives us a number of things that are characteristic of Tai Chi generally, and specifically the way I'm doing these forms today from Yang style. Single whip, open, hold the hook back here, turn the toes. All of this comes together, right? I beat up on that a lot. Toes turn, knee turns, leg turns, hip turns, waist turns, rib turns, shoulder turns, elbow turns, hand, wrist turns, hand turns. You see the result in the fingers. Everything starts here. Turn. Right? Again. Turn. Set. Left side. Right side. Left side. Right side. Left side. Place foot. Place foot. Hold the hook. Open. All right. The turning and the changes through cloud hands are the four directions. Peng, Lu, Ji, An. Ward off. Pull down. Press and push. Ward off. Peng. Ji. Press. Ward off. Press. Lu. Pull down. And push. So relax for a minute. I'm going to get some coffee. All four, one move. This is the idea, and we're going to do some more. We're going to do some more physical practice here in a second. I just want to think about this for a second. It's 4 applications right there. Panglujia. This is part of why I really like Tai Chi. There are some things that are just incredibly economical in their content. It's all there. You just need to know that it's supposed to be there and what it's supposed to be doing. That is, unfortunately, a gap for a lot of folks. That knowing that that's supposed to be there and what it's supposed to look like. What am I supposed to be? All right, now. Oh, it's not just. No, it's not. Yep. All right. So, like I said, this is one of the things that I like about Tai Chi, is that there are so many opportunities for things that we can use both for self-defense and, more importantly, to create for ourselves more flexibility in the body, greater ability to balance, greater ability to move, opening the joints, being able to move as you choose is kind of a big deal for me. Getting older, it's a big deal. Alright, so and there's some things that I still I haven't got quite back to doing yet. So working on that. But that's the point. Tai Chi gives us a range of movement that will fundamentally keep the body in good condition. We don't have to let it go because of this. There's things that we can do Tai Chi practice is one of them. All right. Taiji, right? All four of them right here. I'm going to turn around. We're just going to do standing practice for a second. Think about the idea that this one move has these four applications. I haven't talked about the other hand yet. Feet about shoulder width apart. Just cloud hands. Turn. Right side. Right hand, excuse me, turn to the left. Right hand comes up. Comes across. Just carry the arm across and down. Left hand. Hand straight places. Right hand. Left hand. Right hand, ward off, press, pull down, push. Left hand, ward off, press, pull down, push. Right hand, ward off, press, pull down and push. Left hand, ward off, press, pull down and push. One more time. All right, relax. We'll put this into the form. So we'll start out from the beginning, from single whip, add cloud hands, return back to single whip. Feet together, stand straight, salute. All the weight on the right, release the left. Arms up, a little bit of resistance, keep the back straight, bend the knees. Shift left, open right. Step through. Just that little bit of resistance. There's just enough that you have substance to your movements. And now turn, drop the right hand, bring the left across, turn the toes, and left side, right side. Open left, transfer the weight. Right, open left, transfer the weight. One more time, open left, transfer the weight. Turn the right toes to 45, set on the right, extend the hand, step, single whip. Okay. With our stepping, we have, and I'm going to call this out because I talked about it at the very beginning of class, and we'll do this one more time. This idea of transferring the weight, right? I talked about it a little bit. I talked about it previously with the idea that there's a sand in the hourglass that changes from one to the other, so that there's not a stuck it here and stuck it here, and there's no, we don't have in Tai Chi, we don't have that sharp, necessarily. Oh, we don't have that sharp stick. We have much more fluid appearance. So as we're moving through cloud hands, transfer the weight, open and transfer the weight. This easy transfer of weight between one leg and the other. is what we're working toward. That's what we want. It repeats through every movement. We can see it, and it's very easy to kind of get a hold of it with this particular move. Cloud hands. Just cloud hands with the movement. Okay? Feet back, shoulder width apart. Turn to the left, right hand up. Weight onto the right. Open the left just a little bit more and transfer to the left. Close the right. Open left. Close right. Open left, transfer the weight through the legs. Keep going, one more. Transfer the weight and bring it back. All right, relax. That transfer through. The more fluid you can make that transfer, the easier it is to complete most of the stepping methods. The idea here is that as you're transferring the weight, you're also making subtle changes through the rest of the body, as well as through your grounding, where grounded on 2 feet, grounded on 1 foot, whichever, so that the next movement is ready, that you know you're ready for the next movement. I'm going to show you. I'm shoulder width apart. I'm going to go this way. So left, step close right here. I need to have adjusted my weight so that by the time I get here, I'm ready to go with my foot. No? Yes. One more time. Now I'm going to the left. Excuse me. Right here. Close. Open. Close. Open. Coordinating the upper and the lower body is also fundamental to what we're doing. So if you're, let me show you. We're going to do it again. We're going to do the whole thing. Hang on. Ick. No, don't do that. So, I should verbalize that better, but that's, yeah, good morning. Don't do that. Try to work the coordination. We use it. We actively use it. In fast form, we actively use that coordination in application. If it's not there, you can't do the other things. It's Taiji builds on itself, layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. Each layer gives us the foundation for the next. If you don't have that foundation, no matter what you do, no matter how many years you practice, you won't gain the benefit, and your forms will appear empty and lifeless. Sorry, that's what happens. take the time, work on the foundations. Let the rest of it come. It will. Promise. Let's do it again. Stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head, feet together. Relax. Bend the knees just a little bit. Salute. Shift onto the right. Open left. Center. Raise the arms. And press down. Pull up. Sink into the left. Open right. Movement should be firm and soft. With substance, but not stiff. And turn, right hand drop, cloud hands. Right foot, place it, hold the hook, step out, single whip. Alright, just real quick. As we step through, right foot, right here, for single whip, so that I end up with my right toes at 45 and my left foot front. Okay? So, I'm setting myself up for the next move. 1, 2, 3. Right there. Alright? These are the kinds of things that I want to ask you to pay attention to. These are the kinds of things that give us some advantage in our forms, and they're the kinds of things that make practice not only more correct, but much more enjoyable. So, that flowing motion, waves of a great river flowing to the ocean, never stopping. Highly beneficial for a number of our internal organs and all sorts of system functions in our bodies. It's physiology. It's not magic. Okay, so we want to work for that. Holding tension. I'm going to hold tension in my body. Right? Is not good for us. We can do it sometimes, and it's okay, but on a regular basis, especially as we get older, holding all of that tension, particularly in the upper body, is not good for our internal organs. Let it go. That's what we do in Tai Chi. It all gets used, but if we're collecting it somewhere, it's in the lower Dantian, and it's part of the energy that we're working with in our Tai Chi practice. As a beginner, getting started, that's a little bit more than what is this Dantian thing, and what do I do with it? What's she talking about? I have no reference for that. I don't know what to do with it. It's this beginning Tai Chi. Okay? Advanced Tai Chi tomorrow, you're supposed to know. But today you're not supposed to know. Alright, so these concepts are part of the foundation practice of Tai Chi. It's not just the external movements. It's not make it look soft and light and wave your hands around in the air and do whatever you want. It's not. That's not Tai Chi. I apologize for beating up on that way more than I probably needed to, but it was something that's it came up, and I needed to I needed to pay attention to it with our Tai Chi practice. Fullness of movement, using the whole body as we move to complete each movement. And then to start to connect the breath and the internal energy. These are fundamentals for Tai Chi. I'll be back next week with some more. Tomorrow's Advanced Tai Chi. Wednesday, Wudang's 3 basic methods. Thursday, Xingyi, and Friday, Qigong. Did I say we're going to do this again? Let's do this one more time. Feet together, stand straight, salute. Open. Raise the arms. Press down. Turn. Open. Step through. Turn. Nice and easy. As waves of the great river flowing to the ocean. And turn. Cloud hands. Transfer the weight. And again. Coordinate the upper body and the lower body. One more time. Set the foot. Hold the hook. Open. Single weight. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate it.